All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
On first down, Goldberg. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Here we go.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on. Check 37. Check 37. General West. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A throw over the middle taken in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're trying to quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, echo.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And some room to work. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
21. 52, right 52. Hey, Alpha.
Hey. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Get wide. Deuce.
Ready?
Now Saquon Barkley. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 67 yards on the ground. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Check, check.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Kill.
Rock it.
Slam.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Nowhere.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, here's Breida. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Jones. He's got Smith here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ricky.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. Complete. Smith has it. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
54 is Mike.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Pushing his way through. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here we go. All day, defense, all day.
Come.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Flag!
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Play action. Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers get a score closer.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down. Goldberg. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Here we go, here we go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Charlie.
53's mine.
53. To throw is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Breida. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
21.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Stay with Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah,
after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Hey, gun.
Comes to me, it's me. Check nickel.
21. Here we go.
They run with Breida, and he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Mike. Watch twist. 53's the mic. 53.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Hey, Sam on. Check. Set. Go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Silver. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
On third down, Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Back to throw. Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jones now throwing again. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Bring it.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The open man is Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at midfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That's caught inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
49ers 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 26-yard
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's coming.
Protein spill.
He's coming. Double up. Check.
Hey, high 7.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Get it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Garoppolo again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They begin with a run by Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Garoppolo now. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Here we go.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights. Final score now from Atlanta. And the Falcons have wound up winning that football game. A win would be their first of the young season. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Come on, baby, let's go. Big time. Let's go.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Me and you.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Open man is Samuel, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
3 buzz.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
36 to Mike.
Hey, orbit.
I can't believe they even let you play.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to go down again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Come on, fellas.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Giants, that'll be a